Are publishers too focused on porting fixed books to digital devices? I mean, should they be thinking of it more in terms of an entirely new platform?
I think it's the case that the devices are further out front than the publishers are prepared for, and you've got devices today competing with each other, and it's becoming much more of the multimedia side of things, where publishers have the potential to do just about anything with their content at this point in time, and for them to be reproducing the book in a device to really reflect what the print page and the consistency of the print page was all about seems both redundant to me in a large part, and then more importantly, I think at some point the consumers are going to start demanding something more than the page on the screen. So they already are. It's pretty clear they already are. And I think you see this happening, enormous transition in terms and challenge in the education field, where their ability to port content to video and audio and really bring something to the education world, which is far greater than the print page, is the challenge. And you're going to see publishers struggling, I think, to try and get that workflow in such a way that they can deliver to multiple media devices and multiple media formats.
Do you think we'll ever have a universally adopted ebook standard?
For much the same reasons, I think we're in a lot of trouble for a standard. I think the standard as it's set up, the EPUB is there, and it's working pretty well. The trade publishers will argue that it's working, and we still talk to publishers who are insistent on just EPUB only, and sending EPUBs to the retailers and saying, that's what you got to figure out how to make it work. Again, I think the same challenges are starting to come in. The trade business, I think, is pretty secure with EPUB, and I don't think they're going to be rocked too severely by EPUB 3 is obviously not a big transition for them. But again, when you move over into some of these other genres of publishing, education, professional, technical, you're dealing with a world of complete differentiation in terms of media content, media delivery, and the kinds of things that I think are really going to start shaping that business are media formats that either exceed the capabilities of EPUB or are just different. Do it better for certain things. Maybe it's Flash in this place or HTML5. But I think publishers will lean into the media and into the content, take their content rather, to the media format that best serves them.
So, since EPUB is basically the closest we have at the moment for a universally accepted standard, what do you find to be the most intriguing aspect of EPUB 3?
I think it's going to be down to the video and the audio is kind of intriguing for a lot of different reasons, but and again, I think it's misused on trade publishing, but it has some value over in the education side. But Unicode is something that's now really sort of expanding this world. So now you've got the ability from a lot of the CKJ and or at least the Chinese, Korean, and Japanese languages to enter the field in a very, very vigorous way, and that I think is going to open up the door for a whole lot of content that we're not seeing elsewhere. Will that affect English publishers? Not really, but then it does start to ask the questions about translations and how easy those will be, ported, and how translations can easily transfer. I mean, clearly, one of the huge hiccups in the print world is you've gone from English into Japanese. That's fine, but now I've got to print this book and ship it over there, and those economics, probably hold back a lot of rights sales. In this world, you're not going to have that expense.
Interesting. So, last question for you. Who do you think the major content players are going to be in the next 5 years? Is it going to be an Apple, an Amazon, and Google, or are there companies out there poised to enter this space that we haven't even considered yet?
I don't imagine we'll see Amazon receding into the woodwork anytime
within the next
soon.
5 years.
Yeah. And Apple's clearly got a place in their gunning for a piece of the market that maybe Amazon's not going after. They might be over on the education side. I think both of them might be surprised. I think we could all be, we're already seeing some evidence of the telecoms entering the space. I think it's the data management aspect of all of this starts to really, blossom, become voluminous, and it already is there, where data rates are being competed down. I think the telecoms are going to be forced to take a look at the content and saying, well, maybe we shouldn't be charging people for data. Maybe we should be capturing a part of the sale. So I think I can see them doing some, and with companies like Verizon with 80 million subscribers and very sophisticated marketing ability to reach those folks, perhaps nearly Google's sort of capacity to reach out to audiences, and sometimes with permission, I can see them marketing directly to niche markets and customers and selling content directly.
Interesting. Well, thanks so much for being with us. Really appreciate you taking the time.
Not a problem. Thank you.